was abducted? Wow. Did they probe you?
Oh boy, does the X-Files seem quaint nowadays. We're beset by a seemingly never-ending parade of movements inspired by conspiracy theories. Chemtrails.
And then all of a sudden it starts spraying.
White genocide theory.
The most beautiful culture in the world, the West.
And anti-vaccine conspiracies.
It is a genetically modified poison.
Enter Dylan Reeve. He co-directed Tickled, that documentary about the shady world of competitive tickling. Now he's written Fake Believe. In it, he patiently explains what the hell your uncle is talking about when he brings up the Elders of Zion, or Agenda 21. It also makes the case that what used to be harmless prankery could become dangerous chaos.
Please welcome Dylan Reeve. Welcome to the project.
Thank you.
See, some of those new conspiracy theories, and so many of them, especially recently, makes me almost nostalgic for the 9/11 truthers. Are they still around?
The OG hipster conspiracy theories.
Is that what they were?
Yeah, I think they're still around, but they're not what we're talking about as much anymore. So they're the more fun part of conspiracy theory. I think I write in the book that conspiracy theory used to be fun.
Right.
I find it less so now.
Are they getting worse and more plentiful?
Science says no. Like, there's a number of studies, and so far I think pretty much all of them say that belief in conspiracy theory is either not growing or is actually reducing.
It's hard to believe.
Well, I mean, anecdotally, I haven't spoken to anyone in the last, 2 years who hasn't got a friend, relative, co-worker, someone gone down a conspiracy theory rabbit hole. So I don't know what's happening there, but, yeah, that's what's the science says.
Yeah.
Who is the book for?
I think mostly it's for people, I've been thinking about and talking about and writing about this stuff for ages. If you know me in real life, I've probably talked to you about 9/11 conspiracy theories and how, broad and weird they are. So people have come to me in the last couple of years when we've had some weird stuff going on and say, hey, what's this thing my uncle's posted mean? What's happening there? What's going on? So the book is for people who have not had me to ask.
It's kind of a guide to the crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It's a guide to the sort of, there's this alternate world that people are inhabiting online. It's sort of helping people understand what that is, why people might have gone there and what it means.
Because if you sort of understand where they're coming from, that helps you?
I think so, and I think maybe it'll help people have useful conversations, because, the tendency is to kind of just shout at people and argue, and that doesn't do anything. It just drives people apart and drives people further into their spaces.
Speaking of useful, the festive season is just around the corner. If we are at the dinner table and this starts to happen, how do we stop it?
I don't know how you stop it. I think the best thing to do is not to get bogged down in an argument, because I think what will happen is people have a lot of esoteric information about conspiracy belief and they will start to just throw it at you, and you can't counter that. Even if you know a lot about this stuff, you can't really counter it. So the best thing to do is probably just to engage to the level you're comfortable, to talk about some of the logical conclusions about what they're saying, and just find where the boundaries are before it starts to get really uncomfortable.
For the few people out there who think, oh, I don't have anyone like this in my life, it'll never happen to me. From your perspective, can this happen to anyone? Is anyone susceptible to being sucked down the rabbit hole?
I think so. I think if we think honestly about ourselves, you can certainly think of a time that you saw a thing online and were like, oh my God, I can't believe that. And if you weren't a fan of Donald Trump, for example, there was a lot of times that some information might have been shared online that wasn't even true about what Donald Trump had said, and you might have quickly hit share or retweet. And it's not that different to that. So I think we can all, with the right triggers and the right things, we can all find ourselves disappearing into strange alternative information universes.
Did we land on the moon?
Yes. Probably.
Is the world round?
It's round, but is it spherical?
The book's called Fake Believe. It's out in bookstores tomorrow. Please thank Dylan Reeve. Thank you.